How's it going, Roboteers? Ryan here with a new feature. You will notice we have gone Ashens. Say hello to the Topless Robot couch. This is a temporary thing until I find out how I'm going to film these. This is just more convenient, and I totally understand why Ashens does things this way. Because this is very convenient. But it's sort of become an iconic view that I can't exactly consistently rip off. All respect to Ashens. Links to Ashens in the description because he's awesome. Anyway, this is a segment that I don't really know what I'm going to call. It's either When You Wish Upon a Star or Wishful Thinking. I think we're kind of erring on wishful thinking on this one. Because this, as you may have guessed already, was ordered on Wish. It took a little while to get here, obviously, as all things on Wish do, but it also has a very high probability of being a knockoff. And just by looking at the box, if you have seen, even if you haven't seen, the official Deadpool Orechan, Orechan Edition, nendoroid box, there are certain things that pop out to you. And your initial instincts might be, okay, maybe it's the language barrier or whatever, but Deadpool is 2 words here. But Deadpool is 1 word. It's just Deadpool. So that might raise some suspicions. But if you are familiar with this figure at all, then you would look at the back and say, yes, this all looks very familiar. This looks proper. This looks correct. Look at the sides. This looks mostly correct. I'm not sure about this. I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, you know, it all looks pretty good. But this front, see, what the official nendoroid box looks like is a closed face front that you can then peel open, and then it's this nice comic book display. But if you're a company that is accustomed to ripping off nendoroid, you probably have just a typical stencil box design that you go to. So when nendoroid does some special sort of features with their box, you can't keep up. So that's what I expect is going on here. I mean, the back, you can see the splatter Deadpool logo back there. That's all fine. That's all in the proper official one. But the real telltale sign, just from looking at it, is the fact that it doesn't have that open hatch with all the comic book display and everything like that. When you just at the front. So that, and obviously dead space pool. So how does it fare? How does it compare? Let's crack her open. And I say, how does it compare? I don't have the official Deadpool nendoroid, so I honestly don't know. Another thing that you frequently find with these is a lot of tape. Tape holding these 2 halves together. I had the same sort of thing with my Ninja Turtles figures that I got off of Wish. That were clones of very nice, high-quality Ninja Turtles figures. Alright. Good lord, come on. Alright, so we've got our posing base. And our cute little Deadpool, though I've kind of knocked the eyes all about. I feel like his neck is just a little off. Just a touch. And it's got the motion, but it doesn't sit as flush as I expect. And another thing, on the proper product, you don't have... Oh, am I going to be able to zoom on that? There we go. This little guy right here, that metal rivet. Rivet? Ribbit. Like frogs. Because, you know, frogs. There's no visible metal. Like, I've seen the official figure, and this is not a thing on the official figure. Other than that, I mean, he looks pretty good. He's posable. Whoa. And another trend or common feature that I've seen on things that I've gotten from Wish is very loose joints. Where things like that happen extremely easily. But, you know, you just gotta be careful and gentle. And these pop out. Whoa! Well, hello. There we go. Now we've got a proper Deadpool, and those cold dead eyes is gone. There we go. Happy Halloween, everybody. Yeah, I just kind of took off. But let's give him some hurt eyes. Because it is a rather adorable figure. Oh, there we go. It's super cute, very cartoony. But yeah, as with other figures like this, where they're clones of otherwise very high quality figures, it feels just a little off. They've managed to replicate, you know, pretty much everything quite well. Just not 100% there. So, I mean, I can't even... I assume that is meant to go in there. And I can't even really get that. That's a little too tight. Yeah. Overall, for $17, it's not bad. This guy cost me about 17 bucks. Comparatively to, I think, the original is somewhere between 30 and 50. I'll put the actual prices up on the screen. But yeah, I mean, if it's just something that's gonna sit on a shelf and look cute, this gets the job done. This definitely gets the job done. It's solid enough, and he'll pose well. He's got an abundance of options as far as eyes are concerned, and even has this bottom half that you can put on him that go just perfectly with those eyes. Actually, let's just doop and doop. I mean, there, it's pretty much the perfect Deadpool figure. It is the best representation of Deadpool. But yeah, overall, it's just not quite. There are little bits. Like I said, this little metal rivet there, just right there on the joint, is enough to let you know you've gone wrong. And how easily, you know, the arm comes apart and things like that are just not 100%. But if you're a cheapo like me, for 17 bucks, if you're posing it and putting it on a shelf and forgetting about it, yeah, you know, the two are pretty equivalent. This is functional. This serves its purpose. It is not visually damning, except for the particularly detail-oriented nerds. But it's not 100%. Worth $17? I would say so. I think I got my money's worth on this one. So the verdict on this, I think, will have to be wish come true. Despite its flaws, they are not so much as to prevent you from putting this on display. Though the joints are a little loose, that includes that little belly, so it makes them a little harder to pose because things are just super, wobbly and loose. But I think once you get it in one static position for display, you spend $17 on that, if that's your only purpose, yeah, go for it. Why not? So that has been our first wishful thinking. As usual, buy things on Wish at your own risk. There are some things that you just can't screw up, like pins and necklaces, but I will say I did not have my hopes up on this one, because figures definitely have a lot that can go wrong. All things considered, this turned out to be a fairly decent gamble. Still, at the end of the day, I'd kind of rather have the official one. Thanks for watching. We're going to do more of these. Just consider the shipping times a Wish. They're going to be few and far between. So I'll see you in the next one, whatever that happens to be.